So the Cleveland Cavaliers finished out their long West Coast trip in Portland against the Trailblazers. Donovan Mitchell was resting in this one, and as it has been all season long, the story of this game was the play off the bench of Ty Jerome and his buddy Deandre Hunter made so many winning plays. Honestly, he may have had the biggest impact on the floor outside of the stat sheet. I do once again gotta give credit to the Blazers. They played their tail off. Both games this year they hung around and gave the Cavs some fits, and I'm not just saying this to say it, I truly do mean it. Next year, the Blazers will be a playoff team. They have that much young talent. So coming into this game, I was not sure which version of the Cavs we were going to see because it was the final game out west with no Donovan Mitchell against a team that is fighting for their lives to get to the 10 seed. But the Cavs stayed poised even with their offensive struggles that have been going on for the entire trip. And like I said, Ty Jerome just came in and changed things because it looked like the game might slip away, but every time he checked in, he knocked down a few floaters or a big three to change the momentum and get things back on track. Garland was definitely Mr. Clutch, as he has been all season long. In the fourth, the Blazers really started to make me nervous, but Garland went on about a 3-minute run where he knocked down like 6 shots to take the crowd out of it and ice the game. And then Evan Mobley was phenomenal in this game, especially on the defensive end with 4 blocks, furthering his case to be Defensive Player of the Year. But the actual play of the game was when he fought through contact and just yammed one in for a big momentum changing 3-point play that drew some oohs and ahs even from an opposing crowd. Mobley never would have had the guts to make a play like that last season, but that is just how much he has evolved, and I can't believe that it's only year 4. The sky's the limit. Alright, let's get into some game film and break it all down. So starting off right here, we got a Sam Merrill and Jarrett Allen pick and roll. This isn't your typical duo. They're not going to do this a lot. But Jarrett Allen gets the ball down low, does a little spin move, puts in the layup. I think he really threw off Donovan Clingan. Not that he's like the best defensive center ever, but he's huge, he has size, and he definitely played pretty well in this game. Once again, if Clingan wasn't lost on that last play from Jarrett Allen, he definitely was on this play because Garland drives in, looks like he's going to do a layup, he stuns him and ends up fading away and gets the easy mid-range jumper. And this year, he has been super butter on those shots. Last year he did struggle a bit, but this year has been a different story. And it's why the Cavs have been so efficient on offense, because he just adds to what they already had. Now right here, I love this play from Evan Mobley because he loses his dribble, kind of a scrappy play. This is what you're going to see happen a lot in the playoffs. Nothing's going to be perfect. Things aren't going to go according to plan because defenses play a lot more physical. But he gathers himself, establishes position in the paint, and he's able to swing it to Sam Merrill, who sometimes will shoot this, but he passes up a good shot for a better shot to Garland in the corner, who after one little ball fake was able to blow right by Simons, who was closing in on him, and he got the easy floater and knocked it down with no problem. Now here, there's really no explanation needed for this. Ty Jerome just takes the ball down the court in fast break. The defender doesn't respect him. He pulls up right in his face and knocks down the deep 3. This has really transformed the Cavs offense because normally a defense already has to deal with Garland and Mitchell for the first 5 minutes of the game. Then he comes in and does stuff like this. It's demoralizing, and I think he's going to do it even more in the playoffs. I think he's ready for the moment. He might be one of those killers that truly carries this offense when it gets stagnant. Here, Max Strus misses a 3 from the top of the key, but Dean Wade is in good position and he anticipates, gets the rebound, swings it back out to Max, who could have shot the 3 again, but instead he drives in and finishes through the D like it was nothing. This play right here happened all because of the attention that Darius Garland drew up top. It was like a domino effect. He swung it to Merrill, a defender closed on him, and that left Evan Mobley and Isaac Okoro wide open inside. I'm actually surprised Sam didn't see Isaac here at first. I think it was just because the defender was in his face, but nonetheless, he gets it to Mobley. That is an easy finish. That is unacceptable defense. Now here, I just want to show you guys this post play. There's nothing really to break down. It's just simple, but I just love watching it because Evan Mobley never did this kind of stuff last year. He missed and got his own rebound, and without hesitating for even the slightest second, he just dunked it right back in. Now I just love this unselfishness. I love the ball movement, love the 1-2 action. Garland cuts baseline, swings it out to Mobley in the corner, who then kind of drives in, but he's not really able to establish anything, so he swings it back out to Garland, who cuts in, and then Garland just freezes both defenders inside, and he's able to hit this shot for the and 1 through contact, and this was not easy. This was a tough angle. Now at the right side of the logo, Ty Jerome dribbles the ball himself down the court, and this is just iso ball. He does everything himself, gets by his defender with his little slow step, which is just so unstoppable. He just stays patient, gets his way, and finishes through contact for the and 1. I'm not sure if this really was a foul. Ty Jerome was just really good at selling it, but hey, Every NBA player does it. I mean, look at SGA. And for Ty Jerome, he's been playing at his own pace all year long. Nobody can slow him down, not even like Kawhi Leonard or the best defenders in the league, and nobody can speed him up either. He plays at his own pace, as I mentioned, and that is why he has been ultra effective and so efficient. Here, let's continue with that Ty Jerome one-on-one ball, because he literally just rises up, because he realizes he's got the mismatch. The center Klingon is on him, so he just rises up right over the top and drills the three with no problem. And now for what definitely was Austin Carr's favorite part of the game in the fourth quarter. I think this was at the start of the fourth. The Cavs just started moving the ball and zipping the ball around the gym like I have never seen before. Here, this was just a simple pass to a cutting Deandre Hunter. This was bad defense, easy bucket for 12. And then here, ball starts with Mobley, gets swung to Dean Wade, gets swung to Strus up top, and then Deandre Hunter wide open in the paint. This is every old head's dream right here. And if the Cavs can do this in the playoffs, I don't know how you're going to stop it as an opposing defense, even the Celtics. And then this is that play that I was referring to earlier with Evan Mobley. Probably was the play of the game. He just drives in right into the chest of his defender, pushes him back, and then dunks through contact for the and one. This is why I think the Giannis comparisons make sense. I think he's only 2 or 3 years away, and he is going to be that guy, that franchise player that every team wants. Now this play right here is another one that I don't even have to explain. This is exactly what Ty Jerome has been doing all season long. That floater game has been undeniable, and he has unreal touch around the rim. Now back to the transition game. Sam Merrill starts this possession off with the ball, dribbling down the court. He swings it left to Isaac Okoro, who cuts baseline and finds the cutting Jarrett Allen for the easy layup. And then staying in transition, this is really good 1-2 back and forth passing. Sam Merrill gives it up to Garland. Garland draws the defender, swings it back to Sam. And even with the defender kind of contesting the shot from the side, Merrill drills it. We need him to do this throughout the playoffs in big moments. That is going to be a big part of if the Cavs really can get to the finals or not. I truly do believe that. Somebody else is going to have to step up outside of the core four and Ty Jerome and Deandre Hunter. And I think Sam Merrill is definitely a name to look out for. Hopefully Dean Wade can make a few big shots as well. And now to show you guys the crunch time Darius Garland takeover. I'm not going to try to over explain what happened. Here was a floater, and then he just drives in, gets another layup, blows right by Klingon. Then he freezes Kamara inside, spins around, hits a tough fadeaway, and then Isaac Okoro passes up an open three in the corner to create a wide open dunk for Jarrett Allen to pretty much seal the game. Looking at some of the stats from this one, Darius Garland played 33 minutes. He had 27 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists. Great game for him. Max Strus had 5, 2, and 3 and 26. Not the most effective. He was 2 of 6 from the field, but he was positive 7 in terms of plus minus. And then Sam Merrill, he had a big and much needed game. It was good to see this type of performance out of him because he kind of has been cold as of late. He had 14 points with 2 rebounds and 3 assists. And then Jarrett Allen had 14 and 8, and Evan Mobley had 21, 12, and 4, and he had 4 blocks as well. Off the bench, Ty Jerome had 25 points, which is impressive, but then it's even more impressive when you look at his minutes. He only played 20 minutes. He is so effective. He was 9 of 15 shooting the ball. He was plus 5 in terms of plus minus, and then his counterpart Deandre Hunter had 11 points in 23 minutes and was 5 of 10 from the field. So yeah, this was a great game and a great win by the Cavs. Hopefully they can carry this momentum back to Cleveland. I know they're probably super happy to be done with that West Coast trip. That had to be pretty brutal for them just in terms of the logistics and them not playing very well. I'm sure it wasn't the most enjoyable experience, but now they get to come home to Cleveland. The weather is starting to turn. The playoffs are right around the corner. I am so excited and can't wait for what the Cavs are going to bring us over these next few weeks. That's really all I have to say for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also let me know what you'd like to see next, and until then, I will see you all later.